At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Hey, I'm Arnie Niekamp from the fully improvised comedy podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern. I'm here with my co-hosts, Chunt the Talking Badger,
Bing Bong,
and Usador the Wizard.
I greet thee, listeners.
Look, I'm trapped in the magical land of Foon, so I started a podcast interviewing elves, unicorns, and other weirdos. We have great guests like Felicia Day, Jason Mantzoukas, Brennan Lee Mulligan, Amy Mann, and so many more.
Oh, and I think one time we interviewed a sentient shoe? I hope it was sentient.
Not to mention the evil people we've had to interview. How I hate evil.
Join us as we bar crawl across the magical land of Foon.
Looking for adventure.
Getting caught up in escapades.
Hello from the Magic Tavern is available right now on your favorite podcast app and ad-free and with lots of bonus content on Patreon. Subscribe to Hello from the Magic Tavern today.
He's leading towards the microphone, folks. Looking ready, looking confident, looking like a man with a joke.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah, Malik.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Knock, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Knock, 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 knock. It's a woodpecker.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You were so proud. You were so proud of that one.
Oh, I still am.
Oh, fuck you.
Someone on the radio said something about the sun going out forever in a month or so. But we all knew the end was near, nothing to be done from here. So I shake my head and off to bed I go.
It's that time again. I'm Malik.
I'm Jamie.
We are roommates living apart right now while the world collapses around us in thousands of fascinating little chunks.
Ew, not sure I love the texture of that one.
Art is meant to challenge, and so is cottage cheese.
I take it from the intro that it turns out we're not talking about the Vampire Werewolf Alliance today?
Correct. I decided every batch of episodes we need to swerve on our outline at least once. Keep it fresh. And I was thinking today's episode, maybe we talk about birds?
Why? What about them? What have you noticed?
Okay, here's the thing. This will sound absolutely made up.
Do we have a benchmark for what that word means now?
Even after everything else that's happened, this will sound unlikely.
You have my attention.
I wanted to do a deep dive on it, but there's nothing on the news or anything. Like, I can't even prove for sure that it's happening, other than what my eyes and ears are telling me. And I feel like it's a little, bear with me.
Okay, bearing. This is me bearing.
You know middle school dances?
Yeah, well, I know what they are. I mean, I believe they exist.
I was thinking it must be frustrating to chaperone one of those, to see it all through an adult's eyes. They can hang up streamers and put out snacks and play school-appropriate hits, but they can't make the kids get out on the dance floor.
Yeah, nobody wants to embarrass themselves.
Right, because nobody wants to be first. Because what if you get up there and you start in on some moves and it's just you, and everyone's just like watching you?
A middle schooler's nightmare, yeah.
I feel like, I could be wrong. I feel like this is one of those. But this is the show. And I mean, we're here to dance, metaphorically. So I think I'm just gonna take the plunge. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Okay, what are you saying? Like, what exactly are you saying?
Jamie, is it just me? Or can all birds talk now?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah? Birds are talking?
They are absolutely talking. Oh, thank God.
Oh.
Thank God. Whew, I need a sec.
Yeah. When did you notice this?
Well, I was up late last night finishing some town council work, and I started hearing this like whisper right outside my window, which is a problem because I'm on the second floor.
Oh, yeah.
So the first time I told myself I was just hearing things. You know how if you stay up late enough, you can have like little waking dreams?
I know that. I didn't know you knew.
I'm learning. Trust me. We have one more big PR push to try to defeat the motion where people in town want to arm themselves and guard the trees that look like women. So there's a townwide vote in 2 days, and it happens to neatly line up with a busy period at work, so paid work.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so I got up to use the printer, and when I came back, I heard the whispers again, and I thought it was my computer auto-playing something, or like, I don't know, maybe my phone. So I checked absolutely everything. I turned off everything and the whispers kept going. So finally I opened my curtains and the only thing out there.
Oh my God, was it an owl?
Close, it was 2 robins.
Robins? I thought you said, girl, you were up so late it was early again.
Hang on, I detect some judgment in there.
Not judgment, concern. I'm feeling concern.
How many times have I woken up at 7 and found you on the couch still working on a paper from the night before? Didn't you literally pull an all-nighter last month?
There were extenuating circumstances. Besides, I'm a grad student. It's part of the lifestyle. You're a member of the working public. You can't keep my trash schedule. You need that time for sleep and paying taxes or whatever.
There's only so many hours in the day, even with Thrune, and everything needs to get done.
Yeah, but at some point you hit diminishing returns where it's actually more efficient to rest. You can't juggle everything forever. Even clowns need to stretch and put down their arms sometimes.
What?
From juggling? Because clowns juggle? See, this would make so much more sense if you'd slept.
My brain may be an unreliable narrator right now, but I have doubts on this score. Big ones, doubts.
Is it even ethical to record an episode with you right now when you're so tired?
You know how there's that factoid that goes around like, oh, if you don't sleep for X days, you're legally insane and not responsible for your actions.
Whoa, there is? You can do consequence-free crime right now? Should we plan a heist?
Yeah, nope, it's not true.
I just went on a whole voyage, 360 degrees.
It is considered the same as being drunk. I don't have the exact numbers on me, but I have decided not to operate any heavy machinery. I'm riding my bike to the meeting. Sorry, what were we talking about?
Clowns?
Ha, no.
Robins.
Yes, there were robins on the tree by my window, and the second they saw me, the sound stopped and they flew away. I mean, if we're bringing up middle school, it felt so much like they were talking about me behind my back.
Okay, that's the other thing, right? Birds can talk, but they're not talking to us.
Yes!
For me, it was pigeons. I don't even know how long it's been going on because usually when you're out and you see pigeons, you're someplace where there's other people. But I was waiting for the L on an empty platform and I had my headphones in and I heard talking, like a crowd of people talking.
Could you pick out any words?
Ooh, good question. No, just voices, distinct voices. And I looked all around and I saw like half a dozen pigeons bobbing around by the track, picking at crumbs in some like Smart Pop bag. Actually, that's really funny. I was losing my mind and they were standing there watching me literally eating popcorn.
We don't know if they're doing this for their own amusement.
Yeah, I guess they're not necessarily pulling a prank. What do we think they're talking about?
I think there's absolutely no way to know.
Yeah, so I was like, is it all birds or just those 6 pigeons? So I actually went to the Lincoln Park Zoo. I figured, what would Jamie do? Bigger sample size. N equals 6, that's nothing.
That's right.
I learned it from you. So I walked around a while and none of them were talking. But then I overheard one of the zoo workers telling another one that before opening, she thought she heard one of the African penguins saying something to a crow.
Cross-species communication? Huge if it's true.
Oh, hey, can we try a new segment? Pause for science.
Can we what?
Pause for science, like History Corner's nerdy cousin.
Okay. Science is not nerdier than history. Science is awesome, and history is old and musty and smells like mothballs.
I'm going to let that slide only because you're legally drunk right now.
We are talking to each other on a global network of machines that's only possible because of science. Science is cool.
It's so cool, so let's apply it. Now we pause for a little science ding.
Wait, what science are we... I'm sorry, what science are we doing today?
Oh, the thing where you put a white carnation in water with food coloring?
Oh, no, we're not.
No, we're not. So I got home from being gaslit by birds, and I looked up a little more about them.
Yeah, so tell me about birds.
Okay, so alpine swifts can stay in the air for up to 6 months at a time. A bird's feathers weigh more than its skeleton. More than 200 species, including crows and blue jays, do something called anting. That's where they either rub their bodies down with ants or provoke an attack from a colony just so the ants will crawl all over them.
Why?
Nobody knows. Some theories. It could be to ward off parasites. It could be to soothe their skin from molting. It could honestly be just for the hell of it.
No, I mean, what does this have to do with anything?
If we're pausing for science, let's really pause for science, you know? But mostly I looked at their talking skills, what we knew before we knew that we didn't know anything. Birds have been observed imitating not just our voices, but also other human sounds like construction equipment and ice makers.
That is so depressing.
Yeah, I can't think of how it harms them, but it doesn't feel great.
Like hermit crabs living in pieces of plastic litter.
We don't know exactly why some birds mimic us and some don't. Intelligence is a factor, but not the only one. Also, the ones who can do it tend to be highly social. We know they sometimes teach human words to their offspring because the wild descendants of freed captive parrots have been observed in Sydney saying stuff like, hello, darling, and what's happening? Although it's Sydney, so it's probably more like, let's see, what's happening now? Quick crikey.
No, you are so determined to have 0 Australian listeners.
I'm sorry, Australia. It's not you. It's your vowels.
Imagine if they were going around all day like doing bad American accents.
Howdy, yous guys. I hope they all laugh like that too. Oh gosh, what were we talking about?
Malik, I don't know.
Jamie, that's your job. That's why we pay you the big bucks. You keep us on track. You keep us track adjacent.
No, you're going to have to find your own damn track.
Birds. We were talking about birds. So, usually it's mostly parrots and songbirds that can copy us, but even corvids, like ravens, have been known to say a few words, which of course they can.
Corvids are so smart.
Corvids are so smart, it's creepy.
It's not creepy.
Let's say uncanny. Them and the octopus. Octopi? Octopodes. You'll figure it out. So they're so different from us. Their brains are so different, but they can do so many kinds of problem solving. It's like the closest thing we have to aliens. Besides some of those other deep sea animals and actual aliens and the Fae, I guess, are a little alien. But you know what I mean.
I don't.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You know, we can do this later.
We already put it off because of my work deadlines once. If we do it again, we'll have to post the episode late.
We can post it late. I'll take it out of your paycheck.
Can I do the rest of the show with my eyes closed?
What else about today's topic? Oh, I have a mini game for us.
Can I play the mini game for us with my eyes closed?
Hello, we're here for yet another round of bird callbacks with your hosts Malik and Jamie.
What?
Which famous actor would you cast to voice which bird? We'll start with an easy one. Great horned owl.
Helen Mirren.
Correct. A sparrow.
Zendaya.
Nice. Flamingo.
Like a real flamingo or a lawn flamingo?
Are lawn flamingos talking now? Because if that's true, we've got other problems.
Trick question. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay, checking with the judges, and yeah, we can accept that. Rockhopper penguin.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Bearded vulture.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay, I feel like you're not engaging with the spirit of the game anymore.
I can't help it. He's got range.
He's method though, right? So he'd have to eat roadkill to prepare for the role. Are you willing to do that to Daniel Day-Lewis? Crouched out there by the side of the interstate, chewing on a squirrel because of your vision?
Eating bones, like... Wait, I want to see if I can... Sorry.
Is that the sleep deprivation talking, or do bearded vultures literally eat bones? Birds are weird enough. I feel like could go either way.
I think they eat mostly what's in the bones. Marin.
Jamie, I know you're the one of us that knows more science, but I have a hard time believing that bones are filled with marinara sauce.
No. It's a different word. It's marrow.
Marrow?
That's it, yes.
Okay, one more round of bird callbacks and we're done. A chicken. Just a common barnyard chicken.
Dame Judi Dench.
Okay, that was impeccable. How are you this good?
Because with the way your brain makes games, Malik, being sleep deprived is a performance-enhancing drug. Too mean.
I mean, a little mean. Hey, Jamie? Jamie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, how do you feel about a little commercial break?
I feel yes. Hello, we're back.
We are.
36 hours later.
That's a lot of ads, Jamie. How are you feeling?
So much better.
Why is that?
I took your advice and I took a break to sleep. Well, I took a break to try to sleep. What I actually did was take a walk.
Uh-huh. So not my advice?
I wound up down by the park. There were all these little birds flying around, chattering to each other. And I looked it up later. I think they were lark buntings, but whatever. Of course, they shut up when they saw me. And I know this is ridiculous, but I could tell I was tired because it really got to me. I keep the bird feeder in the backyard full. I've always kept our cats indoors. In a fairy tale, that would count for something.
Nobody wants to be an enemy to birds.
There was a whole emu war in Australia at one point. Oh, please don't do the accent. I'm begging you.
All right, sugar. That did feel wrong. I am so not straight. Okay, some people want to be an enemy to birds, but not Jamie.
It really felt like they were all talking about me. And logically, I knew the odds were low, but even knowing it had happened to you, it felt so personal. I kept thinking, must be nice to have a flock, to be included automatically. Then I was standing there, just looking at the tree that looks like Adelaide. And I still think that's neat.
It is.
A tree that looks like a woman. Before our lives spiraled out of control, that's the kind of thing that would have had my full attention. And I've mostly been comparing it to other shit that's more dangerous or more alarming. But something doesn't need to be existentially terrifying to matter.
Yeah.
Even if it's making my life more difficult, like way more difficult. And then I started thinking about the vote and all the work I hadn't done yet. My brain was racing in every direction at once. And I thought, maybe I should sit down in the shade and meditate for a second. I used to do that a lot when I was figuring out how to live with my depression.
Yeah, I can't picture you meditating.
Well, there's a ton of science to back it up. My dad would be happy to send you some studies. So yeah, I sat down at the base of the tree that looks like a woman, and I closed my eyes, and I immediately fell asleep.
Aww.
Yeah, well, I don't know how long I was out.
Did you dream you were talking to Adelaide?
I don't remember what I dreamed, but I woke up feeling amazing. And as I sat there, I was leaning against the tree with my eyes closed, and I could hear what the birds were saying.
Wait, you could? Why didn't you lead with that?
They were talking about migrating.
Oh.
Yeah, bird stuff.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Wow, somehow that is a huge relief.
It was a little hard to follow because they were all overlapping each other and because they were calling both here and their destination home, but that was definitely the gist.
So they probably weren't making fun of my shoes.
They were not. And I thought about how long scientists have tried to understand migration, like dedicated their lives to unraveling how a bunch of tiny-brained little songbirds can coordinate an undertaking like that. And I know you're not supposed to cite, oh, well, I overheard them planning their trip in an academic paper, but it felt like being on the inside of something that people have been staring at maybe for as long as we've been people. It felt like maybe I didn't solve the riddle, but I caught a glimpse of the answer.
That sounds like an incredible feeling.
And some of them were arguing, saying like, oh, we shouldn't stop there. We should stop there.
Of course, classic road trip behavior.
And it reminded me so much of the town meeting.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I've been feeling like an outsider this whole time. Like I need to prove something. Like these people who disagree with me are the enemy and I need to be stronger than them all the time or I don't know, more than them, or I need to work harder or something.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds familiar.
But I live here too. It's my town too.
For now.
For now. So I was sitting under the tree, still watching a hornet crawling around a crabapple, and I remembered something.
What?
Rebecca, the person who's been leading the charge for putting guards up by all the trees, and maybe this is nothing, I don't know, but she's got a son a grade behind me, and when my family moved here when I was 6, we went to the yearly 4th of July parade.
Don't you only have like 2 stoplights?
Stop signs, thank you. We're not all city folk.
What does a parade even look like in a place that small?
Oh, half the town watches as the other half walks down the street and then back around.
Is there music?
Yeah, the high school marching band plays. They are not good. Volunteer club throws candy. Everyone decks themselves out with streamers and stuff. And the kids that are old enough to ride their bikes, they circle Main Street twice, and that's your parade.
I am trying so hard not to be patronizing, but that sounds adorable.
Yeah, it's pretty great. But I was thinking about my first parade. You didn't have to sign up or anything. So the day of, when we got there, I just ran into the street with the other kids, and we ended up right behind Volunteer Club. So we were half waving to the crowd, half scurrying to pick up whatever candy they dropped. It was more than we could carry.
Opulence.
Yeah, well, we were straining our little hands.
It's so easy to feel rich when you're a kid.
I wound up walking next to Jason, who is Rebecca's son, and I was wearing a dress, so I started carrying all the suckers and stuff in my skirt.
Very Little House on the Prairie.
Right, but holding out my skirt meant I couldn't easily grab more. So Jason and I made a deal that he'd take more candy and I'd store it all until the end of the parade, split the proceeds.
It's so easy to make friends at that age, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
We reached the end and we were back in the park. We were standing under the Adelaide tree, in fact. And he wanted way more than his share. He was like, I did all the work. You just held it. You're lucky I'm letting you keep as much as I am. And he thought he had a right to the first pick of it all, too. So I swear I was down to maybe a small handful of like Necco wafers. Like, it wasn't my kid brain being greedy. It was genuinely unfair.
You don't have to relitigate your candy fight to me. I do believe you.
He turned to head for his mom, arms overflowing with candy that I had earned. And then I pushed him and he pushed me. So I knocked his feet out from under him and he fell on a wasp.
Ow!
And of course, it stung him. And he shot up and screamed, like really screams. So the thing is, I'd been stung by a bee a few months before and I had absolutely freaked out. I think I was more scared that it had happened than I was like actually in pain, if that makes sense. So my parents did this whole improvised pro-bee campaign. Like, bees are our friends. They're pollinators. They're not bad. They're part of the ecosystem. A bee sting hurts in the moment, but you'll be okay.
Sure.
And I was already mad at this kid, so I think I thought he was just being dramatic.
Wait, was he?
Then he started really gasping, and I was sure it was an act trying to make me feel bad. In my defense, I was 6.
Oh no.
So another adult saw, and then everyone was scrambling, yelling for an EpiPen, total chaos. And then his mom, Rebecca, came running up, still trailing all this red, white, and blue crepe paper, and she poked him in the arm with a needle. I didn't even put that together because when they said EpiPen, I was picturing an actual pen. Love kid logic. And then she and his dad jumped in her car and raced him to the hospital just to be safe.
Was he okay?
He was fine, but I don't think he was allowed to go to the park for a while.
Yeah.
Which sucks because, as you might be able to guess, there is not much else to do in our town. But anyway, I was thinking about it and thinking about how fucking scary it must be to have a kid who could die if he got stung. Like, imagine having to tell your son, hey, actually, you do need to be afraid of the natural world. So then I started thinking.
Can't help noticing you did a lot more thinking once you got some sleep. It's almost like I was right or something. Elementary.
Oh, yeah, yuck it up. Anyway, so I made a hypothesis. What if Rebecca isn't just some superstitious villager like the peasants in Dracula?
Also, the peasants in Dracula were right. Like, I see your point, but...
If she's coming at nature with an us versus them mentality, that could be why. I don't know. I think sometimes we try so hard to be inclusive and fair that we err too far on the side of everybody's got a point. Like, no, there are issues where one side is flat out wrong.
Of course.
But in this one case, maybe. So I got coffee with Carmen to thank her for kind of looking after my dad.
Oh, did he find them? The yarn bomber?
Not in the knitting circle, but later that day, he caught the perpetrator in the act.
Who was it?
I'll tell you later off mic.
Oh, cool. Yeah, this is the kind of update I need.
But so Carmen was telling me she wants to build one of those little free libraries, you know, like a box of free books on a mailbox post, and put it across the street from the middle school and keep it stocked with books about puberty so kids can learn what's happening to them without admitting to an adult that they're curious.
That's clever. I mean, some parents would go ballistic, but...
Yeah. And I was thinking about libraries and all the resources they can provide, and not just books. There's libraries where you can rent tools or puzzles or like craft kits. It's all about serving the public in whatever way you can. So I have a proposal to modify the vote.
Can you do that?
I checked the bylaws and I think so. I'm going to suggest nobody guards the tree with any kind of weapon, but instead we put up a little free library next to it. And in that box we keep...
Not weapons.
No, just some supplies, like a bottle of salt, something wrought iron. Dad and I will give up our nail if we have to from our go bag, and maybe a few other things if people have ideas. It's the same problem as the go bag. How do you plan for an emergency when you have no idea what's coming? So yeah, that's the situation. We vote in a couple hours and we'll see. I don't know if it'll work. No idea. But it's something. It's probably better than nothing.
That is something. And I can tell you from years in customer service jobs, half the time people just want to feel heard. They want to complain and be listened to, even when the complaint is really about something else. Like, I will stand here and nod, but there is no way you are actually crying about our pickle juice aioli, ma'am.
Oh, man. Pickle juice aioli? That sounds incredible.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah?
I know you've slept, but when's the last time you ate?
Trick question.
Oh my God, Jamie, go eat something.
When we're done here. Thank you for listening. If you want to support the show, you can do that by becoming a member for $5 a month or buying a t-shirt or telling a friend about the show.
Done.
You can find all our stuff at audaciousmachinecreative.com.
We're done. We are done.
Okay.
Wait. Tell me who the yarn bomber was. I'll bleep it.
It was...
Wait, don't. Go find food and tell me about the yarn crimes later.
We're signing off?
We're signing off. We know things are...
Oh, wait. I'm Jamie.
I'm Malik.
We know things are getting weirder every day.
But we hope you're baseline, and we wish you all a better tomorrow. Now go hang up and find some food, okay? Love you.
Bye.
And even when it's ashes, there'll be part of me that wishes we could stay.
Jamie and Malik are played by Hilary Williams and Michael Turrentine.
This episode was written by Jessica Best.
Directed and edited by Jeffrey Nils Gardner.
Our show art is by Carly Fairbanks.
And our bangin' theme song is Falling in Love at the End of the World by Olivia and the Lovers.
World Gone Wrong is produced and created by Jeffrey Nils Gardner and Eleanor Hyde.
This is a production of Audacious Machine Creative.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
Hello, Eleanor here, and I am here to talk about the wonderful new fiction podcast, 2000 and Late. 2000 and Late is a new fiction podcast from the creator of The Bright Sessions. It is a dark comedy that grapples with the havoc of our current moment and tries to find the hope inside of it. The show follows Harper, a 36-year-old nihilist whose life is upended when she's possessed by a demon hell-bent on bringing about the apocalypse. But Harper doesn't want to end the world, and the demon gives her more power than she's ever had in a very long time. So, yeah. I'm loving this show. It's sharp and funny, and it's a cathartic release from the anger and impotence I often feel about the dumpster fire of a world we are all living in these days. It's unapologetically angry, surprisingly tender, and deeply entertaining. I think that 2000 and Late is ideal for fans of Fleabag or Killing Eve, Jennifer's Body, Yellow Jackets, Venom. So, yeah, let's go create some havoc. Oh, and also, Jeffrey worked on this. Jeffrey is the sound designer, and that's also really cool. So please go check out 2000 and Late wherever you listen to podcasts.